Guys, Andrew Gerard here. This is going to be a quick walkthrough and a review of Retouch for Me plugins. Retouchforme.me is the site, as you see now on the screen. Full disclosure here, these plugins were sent to me for free, but I'm not paid to do this review. So what you're going to get is my straightforward, honest opinion. I am a 10-year professional, full-time professional fashion and portrait photographer. I'm based in Vancouver, Canada. Anyway, these are the plugins. The ones we're going to look at today are Heal, Dodge and Burn, Skin, Portrait Volumes, and Background Cleanup. With that said, let's get right into it. All right, so I already have a photo opened up in Photoshop here. This is going to be one I'm going to walk you through the exact procedure in real time as you do it, so you can see everything, how it works, and in real time how long they take to load and whatnot. Now keep in mind, this is an AI plugin. We're going to start off, we're going to duplicate our background layer, Command-J. I'm going to turn off the background for now. And I'll do these individually, but in the real workflow, I would just keep doing them on the same layer once I'm happy with them. And I'll explain as we go. So let's drop down into filter. First thing we're going to do, actually before I even open up a filter, I want to just give you guys a close-up of the background here. You can see that the backdrop has lots of spots. There's even a tear there, a couple of dents and wrinkles and shadows in it like you'd normally kind of see, and that's going to become important in a second when we do the background cleanup. I'll try and zoom in to give you guys the details as we go. But the first thing I'm going to use in Retouch for Me is Heal. So you scroll down to your filters, Retouch for Me, Heal. Let's open that up. And like I said, this is all happening in real time, so you can see exactly how long it takes. It does have an auto mode here for the size of the frame. If it was a close-up, medium shot, or full length, you could select these. Auto seems to get it done pretty good for me. And there is a zoom in feature here at the bottom, minus to plus 100. So let's go in here and drag up to our model's face, before and after, before and after. And it's easier to see when you bring the sensitivity down. It's going to show you an overlay of exactly where it found the discrepancies. Now, I chose this photo particularly because one, Yulinglet's got pretty good skin, and I wanted to see what it's going to pick out and where. So before, after. Now, it didn't get, as you can see, Yulinglet doesn't have eyebrows. Let me zoom in just a little more here. It didn't get this little bump here, but this might not be picked up as a skin imperfection. This might be coming out in Dodge and Burn, which we'll see in a moment. The other thing I should mention is that this will also get bits on the skin. It doesn't have picked anything up here. She doesn't really have any moles or whatnot. There is looks like a little mark here, and it did get part of that, which is interesting. All right, let's zoom back out. I'm going to leave that at 100%, and it picked up a bunch of stuff on the floor. I'm going to press Apply. I'm going to go in here, back into Filter, Retouch for Me, Dodge and Burn would be next in the process here. And this does give you an option, I should say, to output this into a masked layer. Like here will give me an option to have it as a soft light layer. So that way, if it did do something you want to back off on or erase with a mask, so you can see how long it takes. I'm working off a 13-inch M1 MacBook, and not M1X, just the M1, with 16 gigabytes in here on an external SSD drive. And it's interesting that the different filters tend to take different amounts of times. I know that they're working hard with a big image like this. It takes a little longer. It's usually a bit faster than this. And we'll see a before and after. So you can see under the eyes here, that's actually a little too warm, so I'm going to back this off. And also, having somebody with dark skin, you want to be conscious of that. So it really got a little bit on the forehead here. Yeah, a little bit on the shoulder. And this is the other thing, guys, is this particular plugin doesn't just do the face like Luminar or other AI software I've used will just do the face. This does actually the whole body. So let's go zoom out a little bit and get a before and after here. Yeah. The other major thing about professional retouching is it's not so heavy-handed. It's a lot of, 101% make 100. So these plugins, they might all only be affecting the whole image 15 to 20%, but once you stack 5 of them on there, of course it gets to be pretty dramatic before and after, and you don't really notice it, which is the way it should be in my opinion. So next, let's drop down and go into Skin. Now this is the skin tone, of course. This isn't doing any healing or dodging and burning. This is sensing. I don't know the algorithm of how many pixels it's sensing. I'm going to guess something like maybe 20 by 40 or something like that. And right away, it has a blend mode up again, and you can make it with a mask, but I can tell the before and after, here to here, it's taken away just that little bit of green hue overall and on the background. It's important to say. So it sensed that. If I bring it right up to 200, you'll really see the difference before and there. And I'm actually going to bring that down to about 180 or so. That looks good for me. I'm going to press apply there. Let's clean up the background. Filter, retouch for me, clean backdrop. Okay, just finishing up now. And I'll show you through the blend mode here at the top again. If I touch it, it will show you where it's affected. So you can see it's actually affected her quite a bit. I'm going to keep it up. And this, I'll give you an example here of the eraser. We'll put that up to 100%. And I'm just going to go through here and gray this out. So when you erase something, you can just see the original copy underneath. And it's done quite a bit. Remember in the beginning, that background, I'm going to press apply here. And we'll take a look and just option click the original here so that we can see all the background darkness spots. We got one more left. So I'm going to Command J and just retitle this PV because I'm lazy. Portrait volumes is the last one. And we'll open this up. Filter, retouch for me, and portrait volumes. And this is the great thing about these. I'm going to bring this up a little more. You don't want these plugins to do everything for you, surely. You want to have some creative license left. I'm going to press apply there. All right, so we're going to start at the beginning here, and we'll take a look at the healing layer. And remember, that was all those bits on the side of her face and the skin that we just got. The dodge and burn cleaned up a little bit under her eye and a couple of places in her body. The skin was a major recovery for us here. This was a really great one. And the background layer cleans up all of this stuff, the background. The background layer was helped by dodge and burn as well, but you can see the original before and after. You can see up here, down here, all these little bits here. Now what it didn't clean up is that tear that her hand we're going to manage, and then of course portrait volumes. So if we zoom in here, we can see that there is a couple of spots that it didn't get. I just create the patch tool here, go around, grab this sucker, clean that up. Now there's some interesting things to talk about. One is you'll notice she has a scar on her leg, because if that's on her and that's, you know, a part of her, then you want to be able to make sure you keep that. Sometimes people want moles and things like that. Really great. And all the skin textures there, that's probably the number one takeaway from this, is all of her skin texture is intact. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is blurred out. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like the plugins at the end, use the promo code and find the link in the description for these plugins. Andrew Gerard 20. That's my name, and 20, and you'll get 20% off any and all plugins. All right, thanks for watching.